My name is Nora Carr, and I'm Chief of Staff of Guilford County Schools. What motivates me to do the job are our students. We just have wonderful children, and it's a very supportive community in terms of education. I think parents want the best for their children, and they want them to advance, and they understand that education is key to doing that. One of the challenges we have is we have a large number of families that are living in poverty, in a growing number, and that restricts opportunity for them, and that restricts opportunity for their children and ultimately our students. Learning is 24/7, and it's not just 8 to 3. And when you have such a discrepancy with those who have and those who haven't, it makes it very difficult. You send home homework with online research if you know that a certain percentage of the kids don't have internet access at home. Or if they have internet access, it's through a mobile phone. And mobile phones are great, love mobile technology, but it doesn't work for trying to write a major essay about Shakespeare. It doesn't work on really trying to have 4 or 5 kids get together all from their homes and share through their laptops and work on a group project together after school or in the evening, or if they go visit and do research. So, more and more learning is digital, resources are digital, and we're struggling to keep up. Every year we do statistically valid public opinion polls. We work with a research firm to do that, and it's paid for by the business community, and we're very grateful for that. And they do a random sample polling of one group of parents only who have kids enrolled in Guilford County Schools, and one that's of the entire community, recognizing that our entire community is paying taxes and supporting the public schools or involved as volunteers. And one of the things that we've really noticed over the years is that there's internet access is increasing for all of our families, and that's a great thing. But one of the things we've also found is that with our families that have fewer resources and are lower income, they're more likely to access the internet through a smartphone or through a mobile phone of some kind. And that's very difficult to do homework or other kinds of work on. The other thing we found is that there's still a significant portion of the community as a whole that reports not having any internet access at all. That's problematic. If you have families or grandparents or other folks in the community that are working with children, tutoring children, that digital divide is very real. One of the reasons when we pursued our federal grant, we wanted to make sure that we could send devices home with children and preload a lot of the software onto those devices. So we couldn't count on them having internet access at home. Even though a very high percentage say they have it, you can't have that inequity of one child having 4 or 5 devices, broadband access, high-speed access, and everything they need, and another student not having that, or not even be able to get on the internet at all. And while there's certainly public libraries and there are some hot spots in town, there aren't nearly enough. The feedback I get from my parents all the time is, we go to the public library, the computers are always booked, they're always used, which is great. That's what you want. You want public resources used, but that's going to make it more difficult for a student who's trying to do their homework. The research on poverty is very clear, and poverty does have a significant impact on students' learning. There's really no doubt. A lot of it, though, we think is as much of an opportunity gap. It's not the ability of the students. It's not the desire or will of the parents. It's not a lack of involvement on their part. It's really an opportunity gap. And one of the things that technology has the potential to do, and education has the potential to do, is try to close some of that opportunity gap. School districts across the country that have broader community access to the internet are able to do really creative and important things, such as connecting kids and teachers at night for tutorial sessions. We just launched here in Guilford County 24/7 online tutoring access. Requires access. If we had Cityfi, I know even more families could take advantage of that. I believe Cityfi would help address the digital divide we currently have in our community in a number of ways. First and foremost, I think it would give kids access and their families access at night, 24/7, on the weekends, wherever they are, because learning is going mobile. Learning's happening wherever you are, and you need to be able to access things on the go and wherever you are. Families are busy. There's a lot going on. They're working multiple jobs. Kids need to be able to access information. Parents need to be able to access information wherever they are at any time. Income makes a huge difference. Family income makes a huge difference when it comes to internet access and as well as devices, software, and everything that goes with it. We see a pretty significant difference between families that make $50,000 a year and above and those below that. And those at the lowest end of the scale who are really focused on more basic needs such as food, clothing, and shelter are the ones that probably need internet access and opportunity the most, and are the ones that are least likely to have it.